Welcome everybody to Healthy Sulfur. Oh man, it's such a pleasure to be with you guys here tonight, or today, whatever you want to call it. My name is Tim, by the way, and this channel is the first episode, and I'm hoping that you guys tune in often, because this channel is not just about me talking about things, about my life personally or whatever. It's really about you guys, and as well as myself, and us becoming healthy together. Now, there's a lot of you guys out there that's already healthy, and what you guys can do is very important. You guys can kind of give us tips on different subjects or whatever, or give us some advice in the comments and things that we can kind of be aware of that make our life better. But the overall goal of this is this. We have to make ourselves healthy, bottom line. I've been looking around, I've been studying things, watching documentaries, just analyzing things, and it's a lot of poison traps out there. One of them is the grocery store. A lot of grocery stores here in America, at least, is really designed for you to pretty much get sick, if not die all right there. For the most part, a lot of these ingredients that's in these foods nowadays is horrible for you. There's a lot of chemicals, a lot of man-made stuff that's really designed for, I guess, to be on the shelves for a long time or whatever. But at the same time, even like the meats and chicken nowadays, they pump that stuff up with steroids and all kind of chemicals and everything. And the bottom line is, I actually don't know why they do this, because that just started like since 70 or 80. I'm an older guy, so I remember what the food tastes like and what it was like at the grocery stores before they started this whole GMO thing and started putting all these chemicals in the foods. So I know it's the difference in chicken. I know it's the difference in different meats. I know it's the difference in a lot of beans and stuff. I mean, well, not so much beans and stuff, but a lot of those packaged goods like cereals and stuff like that. There's a big difference in these foods nowadays. And one of the things that I really started looking at is like the companies that's behind all this, like the sugar industry. The sugar industry is extremely powerful. Like, since when did they start putting sugar in ketchup, bread, high fructose corn syrup and all that? All these sugar entities, they put it in everything now. And if you notice, I mean, not saying that sugar is the cause of diabetes, but the diabetes rate is going up so high. I remember listening to a PBS radio program about a year or so ago. It was like early on a Sunday morning, I was going somewhere, I just happened to turn it on. And they were talking about diabetes. And they were saying that, like in the early 1970s, basically, that it was probably all of 1,100 cases of diabetes in America. That was reported cases in the early 70s. And I remember a long time ago, I mean, like, you'll see people that may have had diabetes. And my mom was from the South. They used to say they got the sugars, if anyone remember that. But for the most part there wasn't a lot of extreme cases of diabetes. Nowadays, you know what they say on this program? They say they expect over 1 billion people to have diabetes within the next, I think it was 5 years. 1 billion people to have diabetes? Like, what, 8 billion people on the planet? You know what I mean? So think about that. And how are they going to achieve this? Well, I'm going to say achieve this because I'm not sure if they have a target to make everybody have diabetes, but it is a big industry for the pharmaceutical world. But if you think about it, 1 billion people having diabetes, the only way they could get diabetes is through food or what they're putting in their body or what they're drinking, you know? It's kind of hard to trust anything right now. Even the bottled water that's on the shelf now, when you look at it, I mean, you don't know what you're really drinking. I mean, you can look at the bottled water and see that they even got chemicals in that now. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to really make of it overall, but the bottom line is this. We have to kind of be proactive in protecting our own health. Now, me, I'm a big guy. I'm an overweight guy, whatever, been inactive for years, and that's self-admittedly there. A lot of that was out of ignorance, and a lot of it probably out of pure depression. I don't know. But the bottom line is I wasn't as knowledgeable on things as I am now. And once I got knowledgeable, I got a little bit more proactive. So things are kind of reversed for me in a very good way. But let me just go back into what I was talking about there. Not just the sugar industry, and you got the corn industry, like high fructose corn syrup, whatever. That corn industry is something different too now. I remember seeing a documentary And I think it's called King Corn. Was it King Corn? One of those documentaries. Anyway, they were saying that the farmers who grow corn now, they have to use these chemical, I guess, seeds or whatever. The corn that they grow, they can't even eat. Think about that. When can a farmer grow some food that he can't even eat on his own? You know? That don't even make sense, do it? And that's just in that level. I mean, if we're going to go into the meat industry, oh my God, the stuff they're doing now with meats or whatever, oh man, just pumping these animals full of all kind of chemicals, man. Then you got the chickens, that industry alone, the hormones and everything, the stuff they put in to pump the chicken up to make them fatter and all. But here's something else I want to bring up. And this right here is just pure speculative thought, conspiracy theory, or anything like that. I seen a lady on TikTok. No, I'm sorry, a guy on TikTok. It was a guy. And he said something I had been thinking probably about 10 or 15 years ago. I remember talking to a friend about it. And I was just wondering, this just hit me like, how are all these restaurants, all these, grocery stores and everything, how are they able to, on a daily basis, offer millions and millions of people chicken or hamburgers? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not that many cows and chicken on the planet. Now, if you want to go plant-based or fruits and vegetables, I can actually see that. Because you can grow those in different numbers, whatever, in different ways you can export those out and keep those around, what have you. But animals, it doesn't work like that. I know chickens, they can lay eggs every day, but those eggs have to take time to grow to a chicken, okay? But I don't think they can do it. But this person said, when was the last time you seen a new cemetery? I haven't seen one in a long time. Maybe you have. Another thing is they believe that a lot of human bodies are being processed into a lot of our foods. Scary thought, right? When you think about how they mince up the meats and everything that they serve nowadays, for example, a chicken nugget at, let's say, McDonald's or something, you don't really know what the ingredients are. I mean, I'm sure they'll tell you if you go to their website or whatever, but you still can't even trust that. I don't know. Bottom line is this. We got an opportunity, if you're watching this right now, you got an opportunity to be proactive about your health. We all do. And it don't have to be an extreme process where you just drop everything and go cold turkey. It don't have to be like that. And I'm not going to even try to promote that or nothing like that at all. I mean, the way I'm doing things is, it's like I'm kind of easing off of things. The meat or what have you, I know it's not good for me. So it's easy for me to kind of back away from it. But every blue moon, I'll treat myself to a sandwich, maybe, I don't know. But for the most part, I'm kind of away from it. That's how it has been for me for the past. It's kind of been backing away from things to the point it's no longer appealing for me. And I have something that can replace that particular taste bud for me. I'm easing toward more of a vegan route of lifestyle. I noticed that whatever I bring in my home is going to be eaten eventually. So I try to keep a lot of foods that I know is not actually good for me. I try to keep that outside of where I live, because I may wake up and I'm hungry and I decide to cook something, and that's going to be an option, I'm sure, sooner or later. I remember the actor Shamar Moore told me something interesting. He said, this was years ago. He said if he bring a box of donuts into his house, eventually he's going to eat the whole box of donuts. It may take him a week or whatever, but he eventually going to eat that whole box of donuts. And so he's the one that provoked that thought of what you bring in your home, you're going to eventually eat. So why not bring in more healthier stuff than the negative stuff, So the bottom line is this. What I'm saying is that we have to be conscious of what we eat. We have to be responsible for what we're eating and responsible for our health. And I know a lot of times we don't know a lot of the information that's out there for us. A lot of us are getting educated, like myself, a little bit more than we used to be. But we're not experts, you know what I mean? We didn't go to medical school, and not saying that the medical doctors know everything. But for the most part there, we weren't really taught, a lot of us, about health like that. I mean, as far as like how to manage our own health. We were taught, of course, there were food pyramids, how to eat right. The food pyramid I was coming up, they had eat your meats, drink your milk, and stuff like that, and a lot of that stuff wasn't, actually accurate information. That's all for whatever they probably knew or probably didn't know. I don't know. But for the most part I think they changed the food pyramid. It's a little different now. We have to look into that and explore it maybe. But nowadays, I think that we have to really watch just about everything we eat. I went to a grocery store the other day, and a lot of things that I would subconsciously get thinking that it's healthy, now I'm looking at some of these ingredients and it was like I was really poisoning myself. And a lot of these things was not good for my body, So now I find myself making healthier selections. So another thing is I'm juicing now. I find that to be more effective. Drinking water, but I also do something different with my water. Like I had mentioned earlier, that a lot of the waters you can't trust the water out here now in the grocery stores because they have chemicals in them, the plastic that is in or what have you. I don't know. But I got this big container thing. I should just show you guys. But anyway, I have this big container, and what I do is I just pour some of the gallons of water I buy. And I still do buy the waters from the store, but what I do is I would slice up maybe some cucumbers in it, add a little lemon juice in it from organic lemons if I can get that, and I'll even add a little cinnamon and cayenne pepper to it. And I would drink that because what I found is this. If you add lemon to it, they say lemon is good for you. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I have to get back to you guys on that. But I know for a fact I was taught that the cucumber can hydrate the water a little bit more. So that actually is a good thing also. So the lemon with the cucumber in it together is amazing. I put a little cayenne pepper in there pretty much to open my veins up and, spice up my system. But I also use cinnamon. They say cinnamon brings down blood pressure, and I believe that to be true also. I found that to be accurate in my own life. So with all those mixed together, I drink that water on a regular basis there. And I try to make that conveniently available for me. Another thing is this, guys. I found this out. Two things. One, from my research, they said that actually salt, I'm not sure what kind of salt, maybe they're talking about sea salt or what have you, but they say salt water is actually a good way of hydrating your body. And one of the people I saw when I was researching or listening to, someone who was a little bit more knowledgeable about it, than I am, they were saying that when you think about it, you go in the ambulance, for example, and I've been in this situation before, they pretty much put you up one of these IVs, stick in your arm, whether it's the ambulance or the hospital. They put you up IV, and they were saying that the IV bag is basically salt water, and that salt water is designed to hydrate your body. I thought that was very interesting because we're taught, of course, don't drink salt water. Like they said in the ocean, that's a lot of salt water. They said if you drink that, for the most part, within a week, you have to pay the price for that, maybe death or something like that. I don't know, but that's how interesting it is for me now. Now I did find this out also. Watermelon is extremely good for hydration, and it's very good for you as well. It have a ton of nutrients in it from what I understand. But I found that to hydrate my body a lot better also than just plain water. So obviously what I'm saying though is I'm finding out that a lot of the nutrients and a lot of things that the body needs is actually in a lot of the foods, organic foods that came from the earth, the way God intended. The way it's designed for us is designed for our bodies to have all these nutrients. I remember being younger, and I remember eating watermelon, and that stuff flow through your body so fast, man. Oh my God, easy and fully refreshing too. It's totally fill you up. But another thing I noticed was this: because we live in the area where we would throw the rinds, on the ground or in the garbage can, right? They say a garbage can is pretty filled up. You would see this now. In the summertime, there would be 1 million flies on those watermelon rinds. These days, you can't find no flies on them. And when you think about it, the bugs, if the bugs are eating the fruit and foods that's available to them or whatever, that's a great sign that that's a good food, because if they get nutrients off of it, that means you get your nutrients off it also. But a lot of the foods nowadays, these bugs don't want that. I mean, I've seen videos of people putting French fries out on the ground, and those French fries are there the next day looking just like they were when they threw them down there. And they said, there's one video of a lady, she goes into her closet. In her closet, she had, I think, a Big Mac or something. I don't know if it was a lady or a guy. I'm sorry, guys. But there was a lady or a guy who had a Big Mac, or one of the McDonald's sandwiches, and fries. Unwrapped it, looked just like they just bought it. Untouched, didn't mold anything. So I don't know what the heck kind of chemical is that. And I remember Burger King kind of teased them on that, with showing that their Whoppers mold or whatever. This sandwich is mold, which made me a new fan of Burger King. Anyway, nonetheless, this the reasoning for this channel now. Healthy Sulfur and the things that I present is really just more things to talk about to make us proactive and be knowledgeable on things that we can do to help ourselves be healthy, instead of depending on what's being recommended by those higher ups. We're going to talk about what the pharmaceutical industry is offering us, all of this stuff that's out here that probably is not the best thing for us, and we're going to look at some of the options that's probably available for us, okay? But in the meanwhile, you know anybody that's maybe on that healthy page or even have questions, I mean, bring them on over and let's discuss this matter, whatever, guys. I mean, this is the first day of this particular page there, and I'm hoping you guys are ready for a lot of impactful information, because I'm knowing that just between this point now, the things I've learned and the thing that's coming my way with this energy, I think that we're going to have a lot of good things that we will have, you know, information on that's going to make us healthy ourselves. So that's why we call this Healthy Sulfur. So you guys are one of the Healthy Sulfurs once you subscribe here. I'm a Healthy Sulfur. And that's all join the Healthy Sulfur movement, okay? So I'm going to make another video another time shortly or whatever, and these things will get better and better. But right now, I'm just going to discuss things with you, and I look forward to your comments also. It's a lot of things that I would like to learn from you guys. That's it for now, but we'll talk soon, okay?